Find your way over to hands and knees for table position. So we have the wrists below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. You can use a blanket under the knees to pad the knees if you like. The fingers are spread wide. And on your inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift the tailbone. On exhale, arch the spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the sitting bones. And on exhale, drop the belly in, look towards your belly. On exhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen the spine, neutral spine, long spine. Exhaling here. We'll inhale, reach the right arm out to the right like an airplane wing. And on an exhale, slide that right arm underneath the left, coming down onto the shoulder on the right side of the face, threading the needle. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting here a little deeper. And on inhale, reach that right arm out to the side. And on exhale, bringing it back down to the ground, back to hands and knees. We'll inhale, reach that left arm out to the left. On exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, coming down onto the left shoulder on the left side of the face. Breathing here. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And on your next inhale, unwinding that left arm back out. And exhale, bringing it back down to the ground. And take a peek over your right shoulder. Breathing there, a little C-curve of the spine. And take a peek over your left shoulder, C-curving in the other direction, breathing there. And now back to the center. Drop the hips to the heels, finding your way back to a child's pose, resting there. Breathing, surrendering, reaching the arms in front of you, forehead to the ground. Breathing. And here we're going to really press into the first finger and the thumb, and we'll curl the toes under. Slowly begin to lift the hips up and back, finding yourself in an inverted V, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And just pedaling the feet here, bending one knee and the other, looking under one armpit, and looking under the other armpit. Finding stillness in your downward facing dog as you blossom the sit bones, heels reaching down to the ground. Keeping the Uddiyana Bandha engaged as you externally rotate the upper arms and internally rotate the lower arms. Shoulders down the back. Internally rotating the upper arms and externally rotating the lower arms. And slowly begin to walk the feet up to the hands, finding an Uddiyana, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. The top of your mat. Knees are bent to protect the back. Just letting the head hang like a heavy bowling ball about to roll off the neck. Breathing here. Maybe reaching for opposite elbows. And beginning to sway a little bit from side to side. And stop your swaying. Lengthen the spine a little bit. Half Uttanasana. Exhale, folding forward again. And just lining up fingers and toes. We'll step the right foot back to a low lunge. Maybe finding blocks here under the hands. And definitely finding that back leg long. That heels pressing into an imaginary wall behind you. The front knees over the front ankle. Just beginning to wiggle a little bit. Forward and back, waking up the hips and the hamstrings. And then finding stillness. Hanging out in a low lunge. We're going to press the right hand into the ground. Lengthen the spine and then twist open over that left leg. Every inhale lengthening and every exhale twisting a little bit deeper. And inhaling, coming back to the center, back to your low lunge. We'll slowly lower that right knee to the ground. Taking the ball of that left foot off the ground as you shift the hips back, finding a half Hanumanasana, half monkey. Lengthening that left leg now. Every inhale lengthening the spine. And exhale, folding forward a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling back to the center, shifting forward. Bringing the sole of that left foot back to the ground, finding your low lunge again. And we'll step that left foot back to meet the right for plank. Exhale, lower the knees, elbows into the ribs, finding half chaturanga. Finding your way to your belly. Finding your way to Bhujangasana, cobra pose, a little bit of a baby back bend. And exhale, back through child's pose before lifting up to downward facing dog again. We'll inhale. Lift that right foot up and back to down dog split. Just circle that foot in one direction. And circle that foot in the other direction. Find stillness with the foot. We'll bend the knee until the right hip over the left hip, waking up the hip a little bit. And on exhale, we'll step that right foot forward, finding a low lunge on the other side. Breathing here. With that front knee over the front ankle, and the back leg is long, like you're pressing into an imaginary wall with that left heel. Just beginning to wiggle forward and back a little bit, waking up the hips and the hamstrings. Connecting the movement to the breath. And finding stillness again on that low lunge. We'll press into that left hand. And on inhale, reach that right arm up. We're going to twist over that right leg. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. Every exhale, twisting a little deeper. Breathing here. We'll inhale back to the center, back to your low lunge. You're going to lower that left knee to the ground. Again, you can always put a blanket on that left knee for padding. Working the hips back, lengthening that right leg now as the ball of that right foot comes off the ground. That right leg lengthens. Evening out the hips, lengthening the spine on exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward, half Hanumanasana on this side. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, bending that right knee, bringing the sole of that right foot back to the ground, curling the back toes under, finding your way back to your low lunge. And we'll step that right foot back to meet the left for plank. Exhale, knees to the ground, elbows to the ribs, half chaturanga. And then lowering the belly, finding another Bhujangasana, maybe an upward dog if you're ready for it. And then exhale back through a child's pose before lifting up into a downward facing dog again. And lifting that right leg up and back, down dog split. We'll isolate that left foot and circle the ankle in one direction, getting it, and then circling your ankle in the other direction, finding stillness with the foot. We'll bend the knee, opening up that left hip, taking that left hip over the right. And then stepping that left foot forward for a low lunge, and that right foot to follow it. Holding forward again. And we'll reverse the swan dive and come all the way up to mountain pose, Tadasana, and the palms of the hands together. Inhale, opening up. You're all warmed up. Stay tuned for more yoga, bits and pieces of classes, whole classes, meditation, and more to come. Thanks for watching this video.